I was watching a video the other day, and it was about someone sort of talking about their relationship with people and sort of a group dynamic and sort of whether they really felt they had a friend, a circle of friends, people that they could always go to and would just appreciate them for them. And they brought up the question about in a social concept whether they were appreciated or tolerated. And he followed up the question with saying, in a situation like this where you're being tolerated, are they really your friend? So if we break down both sort of definitions, appreciated, it's when your presence is valued and people enjoy your company, your friends are engaged with you, and they're showing and supporting your genuine interests. Tolerated, on the other hand, sometimes you can feel like you're getting included out of obligation. You're in the group chat, you're there, you're sort of just hovering about all the time. Sometimes it's out of convenience, sometimes it's out of habit. A lot of the times when you're being tolerated, the conversations you're having with these people don't go above the surface level. And your presence, like I said, with how an appreciated is valued, when you're tolerated, your presence doesn't seem to matter. A question you could ask is, am I being invited to plans, or am I only being invited when it's necessary, when I need to be included to sort of make up the numbers? When I'm in these situations, are these engagements I'm having meaningful, or are they just transactional? Are we sort of just having like just a yap? Like we're not really gaining anything out of this conversation. We're sort of just having a little like chin wag at the pub. In a scenario like this, when you're in a group, you've got to pay attention to how you feel, and if you constantly feel like you're sort of an afterthought, and whether you need to shift your energy elsewhere, that could be to another individual, that could be focusing on yourself. You also got to think, do you put in more effort than them? Or in a group, who puts in the effort? Who initiates these plans and conversations with you? And who doesn't? Who's not pulling their weight to sort of make this friendship work? As say, um, when you want to go deeper above the surface level in these conversations, are you being responded to with enthusiasm, or are your friends just trying to be polite? Sometimes you've got to take a step back. You've got to see. Sometimes you're gonna say no to plans because you feel like you're underappreciated or that they're tolerating you being there. You've got to take a step back and ask yourself, do they want me there? And when you say no, you're going to see two things happen. You're either going to have people try and change your mind and reach out to you and say, "What's up, mate? Why are you not up for tonight? Why do you not fancy it?" And then you're going to have others who don't say anything because there's another option. There's other people that it goes above the surface of they're just trying to reach a quota rather than see their friend. When they do reach out, this isn't peer pressure. And when you give it back to them and you say no, that's not peer pressure for them to reach out either. It's a test for you to see whether you were being tolerated or whether you're being appreciated. You need to also think, do they check in at any other point in your friendship? Sometimes men find it hard to check in because they want to sort of they don't want to seem like anything's wrong, and sometimes they don't want to, like I said, go deeper in these conversations with their friends. A few other questions you've got: you got a group of friends. How deep can you go in these conversations? Do they wait and listen to you? Or are you going deep in these conversations and then you're not really getting anything back? Is the message from you going in one ear and out the other? And it can be hard, like I said, because people are closed off. People are closed off. They don't want to let everything out like some people do. Sometimes they just want to have a laugh. Well, like we said before, you just want to go out with your mates and have a laugh. But sometimes you have to take the next step in that friendship and let it all out, because you're sort of keeping it in and you're meeting up every now and then, but you can't be yourself, because sometimes your struggles are sort of undervalued or underappreciated for people to listen and go, let's do something about helping you here. Another time, you got other situations, like I said before, am I just a number? Am I just there to fill the quota? Like, let's say this, holiday, or you could say five-a-side, or a group event. They might need a certain amount of people there, and if I did say no, or say they had someone else ready and waiting in the wing who isn't their best friend, isn't their mate, but like, does it matter if I don't go as their friend rather than just someone else turn up? Like, is the feeling of me being there going to be different to someone else being there? How often would it be the case where they don't ask me, but I'm just there anyway because I'm their friend? I shouldn't need to be asked if I'm there. I just will be there because we're all mates. Tolerance and appreciation, they're on two complete sides of the coin. Two complete polarizing subjects and topics where a lot of the time friendships exist in the middle, in the spectrum between appreciated and tolerated. And because they fall in the middle, this is due to, we get on better with certain individuals in a group. We're not going to be best mates with everyone in our group. We get on better with these individuals because we've got more in common. We might live closer. We might see each other more. We might have known each other longer. And the question we go back to at the start is, are these people that are maybe not putting in the effort, not initiating conversations, not letting you go deeper in your conversations, am I being underappreciated? Am I being appreciated? Am I being tolerated? Or am I somewhere in the middle? And the answer to that is, we are friends. We are friends. We've been there for each other in certain points, and we're all growing. We're all evolving. But when we all come together, even if it's not perfect every time, no one's perfect, so we're not going to be. But every time we meet together, we will have a laugh. But sometimes, because a group might involve more than 6 people, it can sometimes be long. And sometimes you've got to think to yourself, not everyone's on their day every single time you meet up with the boys. Not every single person is on their, like, best behaviour, or up for a laugh, or in the mood, or drinking. Because we've all got different stuff going on. But ultimately, the question is, sometimes you can be appreciated and you can be like, I'm having a great time. Sometimes you will sense that you're being tolerated because maybe you're like in a buzzing mood, like you haven't done this for a while, blah, blah, blah. And then you might have had a bad day. And they just, no matter what, they will not be up for it. A lot of the time, you will all just be in the middle. You will all just be in the middle, in these relationship circles. And because you're together, you just get on as mates. And no matter where the conversation goes, just by seeing each other for that extended period of time and talking, you will learn something about each other. And they are your friends because they've been there for years. They've been there for weeks. They've been there for days. And until they fully cut you off, they know deep down that you have a significant part in their life that needs to be played out.